All right, here I am out on a hike on the Appalachian Trail. The sun is starting to set. Not quite. I probably still have an hour or two of daylight. But I should be back to my vehicle in about a half hour. I just feel lost. Not lost in the sense of being out here in the woods, although I've been here for about an hour and a half now, and it does start to mess with your mind. I mean, just look around. It's beautiful, but there's just nothing. Just nothing. And you're alone in the silence. And as soon as you get into these woods, it's just so thick. And I find myself wrestling with fear. I wouldn't say anxiety, just scary thoughts, right? What if a bear shows up? What if I twist my ankle and can't get out? What if I get lost? What if I get abducted by aliens? What if I run into a psychopath? Like, all this stuff just comes into my mind. And I came here to kind of get away from all the stress and anxiety. And it hasn't been stressful. It's been very peaceful, but I've been observing my thoughts, thinking about that. And when you focus so much on fear and on, somebody was eating an orange, and on scary things, what are you missing? What are you missing out on? What thoughts are you missing out on? I mean, I'm in this beautiful place right now. And all I'm thinking about is what could go wrong. You know, the other thing I'm thinking of is I want this experience. I want this spiritual enlightenment. You know, and you keep waiting for it to happen. You keep waiting for that Hollywood scene where the light comes down and you're bestowed with knowledge. Look at this tree coming down right here. If you listen, it's actually cracking, and it's not really leaning on anything. So one good gust of wind. These are things that add to the fear, right? But it also adds to the experience. I'm going to choose not to walk under it. But, oh man, it's really cracking. Ever so slowly, I'm going to move. But it's slowly coming down. That brings me to the old question. If a tree falls in the woods, and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? So, I'm always out hoping for that experience, but we don't always get those. We don't always have those aha moments, and then maybe this is the experience. Trying to learn to find peace. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I don't even know if I'm going to share this video because I don't know if it makes any sense, but this is where my mind's at right now. I feel that I've lost that intuitive voice, that little guide. It feels like I'm without my senses right now. Not all of them, but I rely on it so much to navigate. And that's really, I think, what this is about, is I feel so lost. And maybe many of us out there are feeling that too. Just lost. Like, where are we going in this world? What's my next move? And there's so many scary things that distract us from the direction we need to take, from what we need to do. Maybe this is just a time to be still. The other problem is, though, what if you don't like where you are and you feel like you need to move and you want to move, you just don't know where to go? That's what I'm dealing with right now. And I don't know how to find that. Every direction seems right and seems wrong at the same time. Are you experiencing that? Sometimes I guess you just have to jump. But I'm used to at least finding a direction and saying, all right, this is where I need to go. I'm having trouble even finding that. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, trying to get lost in order to find myself. And here's one of the things I am finding, though. Trail markers. Pointing me in the way I need to go. Part of the challenge is, though, trying to chart my own course. And yet I find myself looking for trail markers. I can also see the old trail. Right? You can see it if you pay close enough attention. And it's blocked right here. The old trail is blocked by a tree. Now I know exactly where I am because I just came this way about an hour ago. And the marked trail actually seems like the road less traveled. This is pretty thick here. But if you look closely, you can see the way. But is it my way? Is it where I need to be? I don't really have the answer. I know this is where I have to go because that's where my car's parked, but looking at the greater metaphor for life here, on a trail like this, finding those little markers on these trees that are spaced out very far is so subtle. So difficult to spot them sometimes. Then you start to doubt yourself. Did I miss it? Did I make a wrong turn? Then you start thinking about all those stories you hear of the person who wandered off the trail and was never seen again. Look at this hazard. Another branch. But at the same time, there's something beautiful about being out here. I'm trying to quiet all those voices of fear and anxiety. Even in making this video, I'm envisioning posting it and people saying, oh, this is stupid. This is where I'm at. As I'm looking at all the rocks here, you can see them. I'll do another video and edit it in. But these rocks, all of them, have these veins in them. As you can see, these quartz veins. So that's one of the things that I'm visualizing. Look, here's another one. Oh, look at all that quartz. Okay. Visualizing. Oh, look. Another trail marking right here. I'm visualizing this quartz being like a giant amplifier of just spiritual energy that's guiding me, that's connecting me to the heart of this mountain. And hopefully bring me what I'm looking for. See, because now it's like, well, where do I go? But there's another trail marking. The way forward has been marked. And maybe that's what this journey needs to teach me. I can see the vein of quartz running through this trail. I can see the slightly worn path in front of me. Look, there's more quartz. I can see those trail markings. There's another one up ahead. And maybe even when I feel that I can't find my way because the forest around me is so thick and I'm so afraid of everything that could possibly go wrong, my intuition is there. I just need to look for those tiny little signs and symbols. I can't always have that clear voice screaming at me, telling me this is the way to go. But I can find the trail markings and the trail guides. Even though everything is dead right now, there is some green. Spring is on its way. New life is coming. And maybe that's what I need to remember right now. Follow the trail signs. And maybe that'll lead me where I need to be. And maybe although I feel lost, I'm not. Look, right there. Green among all this brown. How do you find your way?